This is a full moon reading on January 13th, and the very next day I will be releasing this angel communication course. It'll be 7 weeks of live classes with me and so much content I've developed over many years of working with hundreds of people around the world on how to deepen their connection with the angels. So if you're wanting to take your connection with the angels to a new level, or maybe you're a total beginner, this class is for you. Like I said, you will get live Zoom calls with me once a week for 7 weeks to answer all your questions. There will be curriculum for you to go through, meditations, and it's basically combining all the curriculum I've created over the years. So you can check that out at devondoer.com/angel-communication. The link is right below this video. And like I said, the class starts on January 14th and the doors close on January 20th. And the first coaching call will be January 21st. Please make sure you check out all the information linked below. You can go straight to the link below to see the frequently asked questions and learn about the curriculum. You can see actually what we're going to go over. So this has been a long time coming. Thank you so much to all of you who filled out the survey. Many of you have been waiting a long time for this, and don't worry if you can't make the live calls. I will be taking questions ahead of time and answering your calls during the live as well. So you can see all of that on there. Any questions you have should be answered. All right, thank you for your patience with that. Let's dive in to these messages. And like I said, we're going to start with that Celtic cross, but then we're going to get to all 12 signs so that you can get a full understanding. Now, I am doing these messages so early because I find over the many, many years of tracking messages from the angels that it's good to have the preparation. It's good to have the understanding of just how many areas of our life we need to be paying attention to, and then you can prepare. So traditionally, full moons are known for releasing things. You're clearing space for new things to come in. But many times there is actually an opportunity for manifestation. Now, one of the things that's really different about this full moon from recent full moons is a couple days prior to this full moon, we have the nodes moving into Pisces and Virgo. They've been in Aries and Libra, and they move backwards from the planets, so they are going to retrograde. The North Node is going to retrograde back from Aries into Pisces, and the South Node will go from Libra into Virgo. Now, one of the things I want you to keep in mind as we go through this guidance is what was going on for you during the year around June 2006 through late 2007, and then also around 2015 through May 2017. That was the last time we were experiencing some of this energy. Now, in 2006, that's when the nodes were the same as they're going to be on January 11th, where the North Node was in Pisces and the South Node in Virgo. But in 2016, let's see, I have my notes here. No, 2015 through 2017 is when we had the reverse. And so just notice what themes were going on for you. Did you move jobs? Did you change homes? Maybe relationships? Did you have additional family members come into your life? And just look at those themes, because there's a good chance those same areas of your life are going to be very prominent again going throughout this year. So I just want you to be thinking about that, specifically 2000, like I said, June 2006 to late 2007, because that is the same alignment. But of course, the planets are all in different places. We have a historical year astrology wise. That's why I'm doing these angel messages, because you don't have to know a lot about astrology to understand the energy that's coming in for you. So let's first start off with the very heart of this spread. The very first thing the angels are acknowledging, wow. The first thing the angels are acknowledging is the star card here. You are ready to make long-term plans for positive changes. The angels and your spiritual team know you are here because you want to know, am I on the right path? So the first thing they always address in the heart of your spread is your question and what you're coming here to learn. And so they're acknowledging that many of you are really excited to make long-term plans, and you're having to take a bit of a leap of faith to keep going, because this is something new, something you're embarking on that's different for you. And this is an amazing card to have in the heart of the spread for this full moon. So of course, as we go, we're going to continue to have plenty of clarification here. Now, your challenge card, this crossing energy here, is the World. And this is a really interesting card to have here as the challenge card, because basically it's letting you know you feel challenged to get out there and be a star in your own life. Maybe you've been working hard on a project and it hasn't been going as quickly as you wanted. Maybe you want to change where you're headed with a creative project, a life purpose, a career plan, or you are really ready to get out there in a bigger way in your social life, with your relationships, but you're feeling challenged to get out in the world in a bigger way. But your heart does want to shine. And so this is really, really amazing, validating energy here. And let's keep going with the clarification, because we still have to get to all 12 signs in the 3 areas. It's going to bring you so much clarification. So moving on to the root of your spread, this is something that you may not be aware of that is going to be really important for you. And it's important for you to know that right now, at the time you're hearing these messages, you need more rest. You need to take more time before you make any decisions, and meditation is going to bring in a lot of answers for you. So what I'm getting for this full moon message specifically is now is not the time to act. You do need to take more time before you take action, but that aligns with the energy of this full moon. Pretty much the first half of January is about making long-term plans, taking your time, thinking things through clearly. So what you may not be aware of is one of the reasons you're feeling challenged to get out there in a bigger way is you need to take a little bit more time making some of the decisions necessary. Now, maybe you're planning to take a relationship to the next level, getting engaged, getting married, or just getting out there. Maybe you haven't been in a relationship in a long time, but you need to really get through some of the healing necessary to be able to do that in a bigger way. And I am getting for a lot of you, this has to do with some kind of communication you're wanting to bring onto the worldwide stage. So again, allow yourself time to rest. We've all come out of this busy holiday season and we forget to rest. We get so busy. And this is a time of year where a lot of people will end up having stress-related health concerns because they were going and they didn't take enough time to rest. So everybody here, what can you do between now and any time within the few days after the full moon on the 13th to rest, take a break from communication, and really go within. So this is basically saying to go within for the answers you need. Pay attention to your dreams starting now and throughout this full moon energy. And this full moon is so powerful that you are already going to be feeling this energy right now at the time you're feeling these messages, and you're going to feel it for quite a while after the full moon. Fun little tidbit here for those of you who do follow astrology. I am a sun sign Cancer. And of course, this is the full moon in Cancer. The sun's in Capricorn, which means it's all the way on the opposite side of the moon. That's how a full moon works, is when they're opposing. And my sun sign's in Cancer at 24 degrees. And this full moon is happening at 24 degrees. I also have a daughter whose birthday is on this full moon. So it's a very fascinating energy coming through. I've been paying attention to what was coming up for many months now, knowing that was coming, because I always take a look ahead at the astrology. But I wanted you to be aware of that, because a lot of the guidance coming through is going to show you the way you can benefit from using that Capricorn energy of planning and making decisions, being strategic, and then also bringing that emotional, intuitive side into your plans. Okay, so a lot of that's going to come up, and I just thought that was a funny, interesting coincidence there. And one of the things the angels see you've done recently is you have really protected the things you have created. You have created relationships, you have created projects, you have created a happy home life, you have worked hard to take relationships to the next level, and you have not given up on the things your heart wants. And the angels are asking you to keep going, keep doing what you've been doing to protect what you've created so far. All the hard work you've done over 2024 is you are going to see benefits from that. You have to keep going. So you are being commended for really believing in yourself with this energy. Now, on the crown of your spread, at the time you're hearing these messages, the current energy is asking you to focus on fair and just decisions. Now, look at that. When you've got this card here, with this in the root of your spread, asking you to take time before making a decision. And this is telling you, make a decision, stand up, do what you know is right. I am getting that many of you are needing this rest because you do know what the right decision is. You know what it is that you need to do to continue to protect what your heart is creating, but you're still stuck in a little bit of the societal conditioning, what you feel you should do, what other people expect of you. So remember, what we want to do is check in with our body when we're weighing our decisions and think about things that are coming up on the calendar. Think about people you have plans to see. And what does your body tell you about that? Because it could be it's time to release some relationships or release some obligations so you have the time you need to work on being the star on the wider world stage. So we get this message a lot around full moons where people have overcommitted. So think about your calendar over the next few months. Is it time to clear away some things so that you have time to work on what your heart wants? Now, we are going to get some clarification on that, but I do want to make it clear that some of you are going to have to let go of some relationships. This could be a relationship to a creative project, to a colleague, maybe to a job, and it's going to benefit you. It could even be a friend who's not supportive of what you're doing and is always causing drama. Usually it's the first person or thing you thought of. Of course, this could be a relationship to food, a relationship to your goals. There's all kinds of ways this can affect you. So when we get to the 12 signs, it'll clarify a little more, but don't forget that that is the energy of a full moon in general to really release the things that are no longer serving you. And since it is in Cancer, the sign of nurturing and mothering others, you want to make sure that you're not spending all your time taking care of other people and not focusing on what your heart wants. So coming up in the very near future, we have the Six of Water. What a beautiful card for this full moon. This is talking about new potential with relationships and being careful that you are not romanticizing the past. So when this card comes up, especially after the Justice card, especially after this card telling you take more time before making a decision, you want to decide, am I staying in this relationship, this job, this location because of nostalgia, because I feel tied to it for some emotional reason that isn't really true anymore? Your heart doesn't feel the same way it once did. The thing that got you started in whatever that is, again, this could be a relationship to a style of working out or a eating habits, things like that, and you're realizing, it just doesn't serve me anymore. But, we always had this meal on Christmas Eve and we always had this vacation in the summertime, and you're realizing I want to do something new. So it doesn't just have to be about people, but I just did want to emphasize that for many of us, it is about relationships that have dwindled away. And this is nothing new. This is not a shocking, surprising energy to all of you. So again, I would review with this time alone in meditation the areas of your life where you have friction, and is there a person that's constantly creating that friction because they're not respecting your boundaries, they're not respecting what you have created and your heart's wishes. Okay, so that's a big important message as we continue. Now, this is going to be your personal power here, and this is where we're going to have a pocket affirmation here. So your personal power starting now and throughout the energy of this full moon, we have the Queen of Fire. Ooh, I love this card. This is the Queen of Wands in the tarot deck. Of course, these are angel cards, but this is talking about really stretching your wings to fly, really getting out there in a bigger way than ever, asserting your independence. Ooh, I just got so many angel bumps all down my legs. I cannot even tell you. A lot of you are resonating with this energy. Okay, so this is going to be so powerful. And what I'm getting for all of you is, in order to get to this place where you are the star and you no longer feel challenged to be on the worldwide stage, you've got to tap into all this creativity. You've got to get out there and say, I'm doing this my way going forward. So this means releasing societal conditioning and really stepping out in a bigger way, releasing other people's judgments of you. Again, this card, Justice, it's not the judgment card, but it is letting you know there is something that you're feeling judged by, or maybe you're judging yourself for, and it's time to release that. And remember that everything you've gone through up to this point was designed to make you this powerful queen of fire that you are. So I want to invite you to write the following pocket affirmation in the comments below this video. I easily assert my independence. If you'll write that in the comment section below, I easily assert my independence. That's going to be what you're doing with this full moon. So what do you need to release so that you can be independent, so that you can stretch your wings and fly? Oh my goodness, this is such a powerful card for your personal power here. I just glanced at the chat and I see April's here, Sparkle and Grit. So grateful to see you here. Yes, happy Friday. Hello, Samantha. Oh, thank you so much. Hey, Chris, happy New Year. So we're just finished our personal power here. And if you are just joining me, thank you so much. I'm wishing you a happy new year. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like button and sharing this video with anybody it would resonate with, I'd really appreciate it. And don't forget that linked below is the link for my new angel communication course, which goes live on July 14th, right after this full moon that we are talking about right now, right? Couldn't make it up. I'm releasing this angel communication course with the full moon. That was not planned. The angels designed it that way. That's just when everything was going to be ready. So it's going to be a 7-week course. We're going to have 7 Zoom calls live with me. There are limited seats because I want to be able to have time with each of you on each of these calls. So check out that link below if you want to know more. All right, going into our external factors here. So we were talking a lot about how there are going to be people in our lives that have been causing friction, that we need to shift those relationships, set better boundaries. And one of the reasons that one of the ways to know where these relationships exist, and again, it could be a relationship to a job, a creative project, a gym, whatever. It's somehow this external factor is not allowing you to have balance with your material resources. Maybe you're spending too much time and energy on a job that is not paying you enough. Maybe you're putting too much work into a collaborative project and the other person isn't doing their share. So you're going to be looking for relationships to release with this full moon that will bring things back into balance. You're going to be looking for people who create win-win scenarios, who give equal exchange of gifts, time, money, effort, who have as much of a commitment to protecting what they're creating as you do, who have as much of a commitment to asserting their independence and allowing you to be independent. If you've got people in your life that are not allowing you to be as independent with the things you want to do, that would be an area where I would look to see if maybe it's time to release those relationships, or at least have that heart-to-heart conversation. That doesn't mean it has to come to an entire end with a relationship, but it might have to be just an end to the dynamics there, where you're having a conversation saying, this isn't working for me anymore. Let's take a break from this project. Let's change the plans. We did get that guidance about right now needing to take time in meditation before taking action. Okay, but you do have time. That's one of the reasons the angels wanted me to do this video far enough in advance. At the time that I'm recording these messages, it's January 3rd, and this full moon apex is on January 13th. So you have 10 days to go into this meditation and get clear on what you want to release for this full moon. But you are already feeling this energy, so please grab that journal and pay attention to any of these messages coming through. Now, one of the big things coming up for all of us that we need to be aware of, and this is kind of what I call the where are you going to put your time and energy? Are you going to put your time and energy into worry, or are you going to put your time and energy into positive thinking? And that's what this card represents for me. Wow. Look at this card right next to the Justice card. We have Archangel Gabriel here. We have looking at things from a different perspective. It says a temporary standstill, and it's important to be yourself. Okay, so if you do come to the realization that you need to end a relationship to a job, with a boss, with a collaborative project, with anybody in your life, a one-on-one relationship We want to make sure we focus on the positive. What did we learn, and how are we going to use that information to help us going forward? So reflect back on 2024. Was there anything that didn't quite turn out the way you wanted? What did you learn from that? And what steps are you going to take going forward so you don't find yourself back in that situation where there is not an equal giving and exchange of energy? That's the main message I'm getting here, is you can either sit there and feel like you were taken advantage of, like you were stabbed in the back, like you were, not seen for the star you are, or you could say, you know what I learned from that? Those energies don't match. I wasn't allowing myself to be as independent as I want to be because I thought I should do this and I should do that. And now you're realizing I've learned all these things. So another important thing to do with this energy is to write down the things you've learned from the relationships that are no longer serving you, and really be positive about how you can shift that dynamic. I always ask the angels for guidance. If I know I'm going to have to shift the dynamic of a relationship or bring an end to something, I do ask the angels for loud and clear signs about the right time to have that conversation, the right steps to take. So this is reminding you you are supported. And if you are somebody that likes to work with the archangels, this Archangel Gabriel card here is showing you that you will be getting loud and clear messages on the best way to handle this if you keep your eyes open, pay attention, and track those signs in your journal, okay? I always tell you that because that's what creates your book of evidence. When you write down all the signs and symbols you're getting, how quickly we forget to all the things that were coming through with the signs. So you've got to write them down. In fact, that's going to be a big focus in my angel communication course starting January 14th, is that we get in the habit of noticing all of the signs and connecting the dots, because hindsight is such a powerful tool. So let's go to the outcome of this spread here. And this is absolutely beautiful. I just got more angel bumps here coming down my back. Ultimately, you making the decision to do what you know is right is you're going to find your tribe with this, okay? By releasing the relationships that no longer serve you, you are going to find the people that you are meant to be a part of. Have you been stuck in traditional viewpoints? Have you been stuck in the way that you were raised with your spiritual practice? It's time to break free of that. Do what you know is right, and trust that when you really assert your independence, focus on the positive, you're going to find your people. These are the relationships you're meant to be in. You're calling in these soulmates. And that's one of the things that is so beautiful about these nodes moving. Again, you don't need to understand astrology, but I'll just let you know the North Node moving into Pisces. Okay, this is going to be a lot about calling in soulmates, taking our spirituality to the next level. Your intuition is going to go to the next level. Okay, so you want to be focusing on that, staying open and aware. So very powerful spread here for the overall energy. Now I'm just going to remove these cards so that we can go into all 12 signs. And don't forget to stay to the end for your bonus message. Like I said at the beginning, we do want to make sure we are listening to all 12 signs because we have all 12 signs in our chart. It's not just about the sun, moon, and rising. All right, so let's get started here with the Aries. I'm going to go find my handy little icon here so that you can see it. All right, see that in the bottom left screen there? Yay! We're going to talk about the Aries first. And for the Aries, this full moon is happening in your 4th house of home and family. It's also about self-worth, feeling secure, security. So if you do know your chart, you might want to look and see what planets you have in Aries, or just look to see where you might be affected in the 4th house, because that could be something that will give you even more clarification. So we'll start with your health and fitness, Aries. The first card I'm getting for you for health and fitness is having faith. It's going to be really important that you have faith in your ability to bring in better health, better fitness, And you want to bring in that divine healing that's available to all of us. Now, when I see this card, a lot of times it does bring a reminder that you might want to consider working with Master Healer, Ascended Master Jesus or Yeshua, if that's something you feel called to. Or maybe you have another healing modality that you need to really bring back into your life. Have you always considered getting your certified in Reiki energy or some other kind of energy healing? This is going to be really powerful for the Aries. And because, like I said, this is affecting your 4th house, you're going to want to be able to bring that healing energy into your home and have faith in your ability to bring that healing in. Okay, so very powerful there for the Aries. Now, in the area of the Aries career and finance. And by the way, thank you to all of you who were there for my live with Chris Reck on New Year's Eve day, December 31st. We did relationships, all signs in 2025. So you may want to check that out. And I saw somebody was asking, well, what about us in the golden years, or we're retired, or we're not focused on career? These messages are always meant to be anything that allows you to feel confident with your finances or your legacy or what you're focused on with your material resources. So think of it that from that perspective. If you are retired or you're not career focused, you're still going to want to have balance in your material resources. So that's where these messages will apply. So for Aries, look at this. Your desire is within reach. What financial goals have you set for yourself? Things are working out in your favor. So continue with that long-term planning. And again, like I said, because this is in your 4th house, you're going to want to focus on self-worth, really believing in your ability. We all have that guidance about our personal power being asserting our independence. That's going to be really, really helpful to assert your independence with this, but we're going to continue with the planning here, Aries, okay? Now, for your relationships, Aries, let me pull the card. I pulled away from the microphone there. Sorry about that. We have getting to know each other. Okay, so what's coming through for me, for a lot of Aries, this is a new relationship. This could be a new relationship to your home. Did you recently move and you're getting to know the place? You know, it is a process of getting to know your new place where you live. That there is energy there that you have to get to know. Or it could be that the current home you're in, you're changing things. You know, you're releasing old furniture and you're changing up, you know, maybe you're doing you're planning a redesign project or something like that. So for a lot of you, this could actually involve getting to know your home in a different way, getting to know yourself and what allows you to feel secure. But for many of you, there is a new relationship coming in with this full moon. And right now, you're still kind of walking on the edges of the relationship. So this could be with a colleague, this could be with a new friend, a new neighbor, somebody in your life, but go ahead and take the time to get to know this person if you're feeling called to. Like I said, with the North Node moving into Pisces, we're all going to be calling in new soulmates. So, you know, if your heart is telling you, I think this person is meant to be in my life as my new best friend, as my new teammate on this, you know, sports team I want to be a member of, whatever that is for you, listen to your heart, listen to your intuition, take the time to get to know each other. It's going to be worth the investment. Just listen to your intuition. All right, really great reading there for the Aries. Let's move on to the Taurus. Tauruses, hello Tauruses. What do we have for you for this full moon? So in the area of health and fitness, Taurus, we have prayer works. So remember, Taurus, you're so great with material resources. You're so about the physical. Don't forget to bring in the divine healing. Pray and ask for help with anything in your health and allow that mindset to come in that your angels have your back. This is going to be really beneficial to you. Maybe there's not even any specific health concern you have at the moment. You're just wanting to get in better shape. Ask your spiritual team for help with them. Ask them to send you to the right location to start a new workout routine or find the right fitness trainer or a nutritionist. You can ask for help and it will show up for you. But Tauruses, because you are so good with the material world, sometimes you forget to bring in that divine healing. So please don't forget to pray when it comes to anything regarding your health and fitness, Taurus. Moving on to your career and finance, we have marriage. Okay, so when you see this card, many of you, I can hear you. What does that have to do with me? I'm already married, or I have no intention of getting married. Whenever I get this card for career and finance, it means contracts, long-term contracts. We got that unity card. You will be finding your people in a bigger way than ever that are going to bring in more financial stability, more career opportunities. And again, for those of you who are not interested in career legacy, this could be finding that ideal travel group. You're going to find the best people to travel with or to start a community project with. So again, I didn't mention this. I'm sorry, I forgot to say, this is in your third house, Taurus. So that's going to be short distance travel, neighbors, aunts, uncles, siblings, cousins. Okay. So this could be some kind of new community project that you're starting if you're not focused on career. But for most Tauruses, it does involve community and some kind of contract you're making to take things to the next level. So this is a really powerful card. And what you're going to want to do with this full moon energy is let go of any long-term contracts that are not allowing you to shine in your power, that are keeping you back from being on that worldwide stage. Focus on the long-term commitments that are going to allow you to really shine. So for a lot of Tauruses, I can see you guys, you're going to start making plans to change things. If you are in a career situation, you're going to be making changes to that. You might be moving, or you might have to start traveling a short distance for work in order to be able to do the things your heart wants. But this is a really powerful card for Tauruses in their career and finance. And moving on to your relationships, Taurus, we have calling in your soulmate. Did we get this for you last time? I feel like we got this on the new moon or something. We got this for Tauruses recently. Don't forget to actually invite your soulmate in. We really want to be open. We have to open our heart for these soulmates to come in. We can't cross our arms and say, I'm never doing that again, whether it's a romantic relationship, whether it's a collaboration, whether it's getting to know a new group of friends or joining an organization. Since this is happening in your third house, it could be that maybe you've been burned in the past through some kind of collaboration, or maybe you did join a church or some kind of group of people and it didn't work out and you've been closed off to that. And the angels are asking you to release that, allow healing, and use this full moon energy to say, you know what, I do want to have my soulmate in my life, but I need to call this soulmate in. So whatever that means for you, it could be the ideal business partner, the ideal romantic partner. It could be maybe you're looking to have children or grandchildren. These are things that you want to open your heart to with this full moon. Release those blocks where you're saying, I'm not doing that again because I don't want to get hurt or I don't want to be disappointed. So you do have to actively call in this soulmate, Taurus, instead of just, basically blocking it from coming in, I guess is the best way to say it. I was trying to say it nicely. I know Tauruses are given a hard time sometimes about being stubborn. And it's not that you're stubborn, it's that you know what you like, right? I totally believe in that. I love my Tauruses. All right, Geminis. How are you guys doing, Geminis? Let's see for your full moon, for your health and fitness here. We have acceptance. Okay, so there is something going on for the Geminis that you need to accept, needs to be released. Okay, so we're not settling with the card acceptance. We are acknowledging something needs to change regarding our health and fitness. And by taking the action to release the things that are not life affirming, you are going to bring in much better health. So what was the first thing that came to mind, Geminis, as something that, you feel like, is not contributing to your health in a life affirming way? Accept it. Maybe it's that you're accepting the fact I need to start making exercise a bigger priority, or I need to accept the fact that I need to find a new healthcare provider. So again, we had that guidance about taking a break and going within for more to get the right answer. Maybe you're needing to do some meditation on whether it's time to change up your health routine. Again, I am not a doctor by any means, but this could be something where you're checking in with your spiritual team, using your intuition and asking, is it time to make a change here, and find somebody to help me with that. So that's going to be really powerful for you, Geminis, with this full moon and coming up for career, finance, legacy, whatever it is that you are doing with your material resources. It says that you are bringing in a lot of healing to your finances, your career, to your legacy. There's something, maybe some of you are actually becoming a healer. You're using healing as part of your career. Now, this doesn't mean you have to hang a shingle. I always say that. It doesn't mean you have to put a sign on your door that says you're a Reiki master, but it could be that you're a teacher, or you teach Sunday school, or you are a part of a group of people where your natural ability for healing is shining through the work you do. This could even be, somebody who creates documentaries that open people's eyes to new forms of healing, right? So there's all kinds of ways you could be bringing this healing in, Geminis, but this is going to really benefit your career and finance or your material resources. And so look to see where you can add even more of that, okay, Geminis? It's going to really benefit you. Moving on to relationships for Geminis, we have forgiving and learning. Okay, so we're going to want to release experiences from the past, maybe forgive ourselves for staying in relationships too long or allowing ourselves to be treated a certain way. And then what did we learn from that? Now, the overall message is we all got that. So this is being reinforced for you, Geminis, but we all got the message to really focus on what did we learn from relationships that did not work, forgive and release that, really focus on using that as an opportunity to grow. That's going to help you with all your relationships. So if you did just recently go through a breakup, or you're not allowing a new relationship to come in, this is what they're asking you to do with this full moon, is go deep. Figure out, what did you learn from that, and what are you going to do differently going forward? And again, this is not romantic for everybody. This could have to do with any relationship where there needs to be a little more forgiveness, and you need to make a point of writing down what you learned from that. Alrighty, so moving on to the Cancers. Cancer, this is your full moon, right? Big, big, big energy for Cancers. And one of the things you're going to want to be thinking about is 6 months from now with this full moon. What kind of shifts do you want to see? Because this is your full moon. A lot of the releasing you're going to be doing with this full moon is going to, you're going to see the benefits of that in July when it's your new moon, okay? And that's a lot of things to pay attention. But I didn't mention, I'm sorry, I keep forgetting to do that. Geminis, this full moon is in your second house of career and finances, okay? So that's a big one. Self-worth as well. For Cancers, it's your first house, right? So this is your identity. This is your physical body. This is where do you see yourself and how in your persona 6 months from now? So really think about that, because anything that's holding you back, Cancers, right now from really being that star and getting up on that world war stage, now's the time to release it so that 6 months from now with your new moon, you see your manifestations coming to reality. So for your health and fitness, Cancers, you're going to want to use your natural healing abilities. So Cancers, you are naturally nurturing. You're going to want to nurture yourself. What comes to mind for me, since I am a Cancer sun sign, is I've been dealing with a lot of muscle pain at night. I've been doing physical therapy, and I've been doing energy healing on myself. But in the middle of the night last night, my angels showed me Epsom salt baths. I used to do those a lot, and I got out of the habit, maybe got a little lazy about it, and they were showing me, you need to get back to your Epsom salt baths. That's what they're telling me. And when I sit in meditation and I pull in divine healing and I use my Reiki healing on myself, while I'm doing that, I get so much of a benefit. So that was the first thing that came to mind for me. But for you, think about what it is that you naturally do to nurture others. And you need to do that for yourself. That's going to really help you, especially when it comes to your health and fitness. Is if you're being too hard on yourself with your fitness, maybe look for other ways that are going to allow you to nurture your body better. For Cancers with their career and finance, we have the do some research card. It looks like you need more information about a project, about a collaboration, about an option. Maybe you have a job opportunity coming in, but you need to know more about it. Maybe you've considered starting a new business or taking your business in a new direction. It's time to do some more research before you proceed. So that's really going to benefit you. And like I said, all of us are being asked to take this first part of January to plan, to go within, to take more time before decisions. And for Cancers, you're going to want to get that information before you take action with your career and finance. So really powerful there. And use that quiet, peaceful part of the full moon. You know, I really recommend for full moons planning time alone. Don't go out and do anything draining. You know, I really try to stay home, do extra journaling, and that could be a good time to do some more research as well. For your relationships, Cancers, again, remember this is your first house, so this may be really more about your relationship with yourself than anything else. But whoever comes to mind first, you have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Now, I'm going to bring up something really important here. Because this is a full moon in Cancer, the sun is in Capricorn in your 7th house of relationships, okay? The moon will be in your 1st house, but the sun is in your 7th house. So if you've been questioning a relationship you're in, there is an opportunity here to really go into that faith that this is true love. Now, it also could be true love for a project, for a new career opportunity. 7th house is also long-term contracts, partnerships, and things like that. So really think about the people in your life right now, or people who will be coming into your life over the next few months. There is an opportunity around this full moon to really step into the romance of this. It could be a business partner or a friend where you just get to go have the time of your life doing fun things that you love together. So remember, it's not always romance, but that is the sun is in your house of marriage and long-term partnerships. So really, really positive energy for Cancers around relationships with your full moon in Cancer. I love that for you guys. But wherever you have Cancer in your chart, allow that to be guidance for you there as well. Look to see what's going on for you in your Cancer and Capricorn houses, what's going on in that house there. All right, let me switch the little symbol so we can move on to the fabulous Leos. Leos. Okay, so Leos, this is your 12th house, right? The hidden, the unknown, the subconscious, dreams, psychic abilities, hidden enemies, going deep, right? Big stuff here. So this full moon's going to be intense for you guys. If it isn't already, you're probably already feeling this energy, Leos, but we've got some guidance for you here. So let's start with your health and fitness. Your health and fitness, expect a miracle. Expect things to get better. Okay? Now, just like with the Tauruses, we want to bring in that divine healing. We want to remember to pray and ask for that healing. We have the law of free will, right? But then expect that miracle healing. Expect things to be amazing. So even if you're a Leo rising or wherever you have Leo in your chart, you want to expect the outcome your heart desires. And this is where I ask the angels for it to be to have the outcome that's in my highest interest. So definitely make sure you're watching your thoughts around your health and fitness wherever you have Leo in your chart, but especially Leo suns and Leo risings, because this is your 12th house. For Leo suns it is, and you want to be careful you're not going into a place of worry and concern. You want to stay positive there. Now moving on to career and finance for Leos, we have children. So children are going to benefit your career, your finances, your legacy. So it could be that your children are your legacy. That's your focus. Maybe you've been spending too much time at work and your focus needs to be more on your children, or maybe it's time to start having children. Maybe you are retired and your focus, it's time to start focusing on your grandchildren and spending more time with them. But anything where you can get into that childlike energy is going to benefit your career and finance. So this could be simply spending more time doing something you used to enjoy as a child, something your heart finds playful. By taking that time to be playful the way a child does, it will benefit your material resources. So this is that example of just getting away and wasting time with your daydreaming. You know how kids can spend hours and hours playing house and making up stories and using their imagination. They don't consider that a waste of time. In fact, that's their job to do that. So Leos, maybe you need to spend a little bit more time with imagination, with visualizations, with getting outside and playing instead of working so hard. In fact, if you haven't listened to the messages that Chris Reck and I shared on December 31st, there was a lot of messages around career as well in bigger detail for Leos. Even if you're not focused on career, even if you are retired, there is a need to bring more playtime into your life, and don't ignore those important relationships, Leos. And then we have, for relationships, we have, oh my goodness, this could be the one. Similar to Cancers had the true loved one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Okay. So this is a message about romance for most Leos here. Somebody is already in your life. You're either already in a relationship with this person or you already know this person, and there is an opportunity for things to go to the next level. Now, for those of you who are not seeking a romantic relationship or you're happy with the current one and where it is, this could be the one partner you've been looking for to take your career to the next level, to have that best friend that you get to go do fun trips with and try new things with, okay? So keep an eye open because there's something holding you back from trusting that this person is the right person to be in your life. We're all calling these soulmates in. Sometimes the soulmate is a child. It's a new pet that's going to be living with us, a new animal in our life. And, with this being your 12th house, I definitely feel like there's a lot of fear coming up from past relationships, from past lives that could be blocking you from taking a relationship to the next level. So Leos, pay attention to that energy, that you're not self-sabotaging any relationships, okay? Really beneficial there. How's everybody doing in the chat? We're just plodding along here with these angel messages. All right, next we have the Virgos. Let me switch you guys on here. All right, Virgos, what do we have for your health and fitness? This is happening in your 11th house of social networking, public reputation, how you're seen in the world, right? You have laughter is the best medicine. I feel like you got this card last month too. I should start keeping track of that. But make sure you're doing a lot of things that bring joy into your life. This is going to help your health. Okay, so laugh off anything that didn't work out for you socially last year. It's time to release past relationships, laugh them off, find the humor, and put on some funny movies. Put on your favorite comedian. Get out and play with your animals and do things that make you laugh. Do that childlike thing. That's going to bring a lot of healing for Virgos. For your career and finance, Virgos, we have perfect timing. This is the right time for you to move forward. What has been holding you back in your career and finances, Virgo? What have you been waiting to make a change with? What have you been waiting to initiate? Okay. Full moon, releasing something. Is there something you need to release into the world so you can shine your light? Do you need to let go of a current project or a current investment so that you can invest in your future? This is going to be really beneficial. Oh, hi, Mary Kate. Good to see you. Oh, April said Epsom salt baths are my favorite. Oh, I need to get better. I found this Epsom salt that has eucalyptus in it. It's so amazing. Even my daughters like it. Yep, I'm going to be putting that on my list today. But Virgos, again, this is perfect timing for you to move forward. Get out of your own way, Virgos. You know who you are. And I love my Virgos. Okay, moving on to relationships. For Virgos, you deserve love. Of course you do. You are so lovable. You are so lovable, and you have so much love to give. Have you been holding off on getting back out there in the dating scene? Have you been holding off on releasing that creative project because you're not sure if people are going to love it? Well, you are lovable, okay? So whatever came to mind for you first, Virgos, because this is in your 11th house, I feel like this is you needing to get out of the spiritual closet. You need to join some social networks. You need to get out there and socialize big time, Virgos. Now, again, we're being asked with this full moon to go within, but after this full moon, it's time to get out there in a bigger way than you ever have before because you deserve love, Virgos. Ooh, that made me so happy to get those messages for you. Okay, let's go on, moving on to the Libras. Libras for health and fitness. Let's see. Libra, this is in your 10th house. Career, legacy, public reputation, what you're known for out on the wider world stage, Libras. You have a huge year this year, okay? If you have not seen my 2025 angel messages, please go listen to them. Yours was probably the most constant message about opportunities. We were all signs were getting that. But I just couldn't. It was just over and over and over. New opportunities, Libra. And what's going to be a challenge for Libras is not taking all of the opportunities. You're going to have to be very decisive and use your intuition. Don't say yes to everything, right? So for your health and fitness, we have the card Divine Intervention. This is similar to what, was it Leo that had Expect a Miracle? So you really want to surrender to divine intervention when it comes to your health and fitness. So where have you felt challenged in that area? Do some meditation, connect with your higher self, ask your team for loud and clear signs, and allow divine intervention to help you with improving health and fitness. And again, don't overcommit because we don't want to bring in those stress-related health concerns, Libra. Now, for your career and finance, which we already know you have a lot because this is in your 10th house, we have the autumn card. In the fall season, everything comes together and you recap wonderful harvests of abundance. Well, I mean, this is your card, Libras, at least in the northern hemisphere, it's the fall for your birthday, right? The fall equinox. And but this doesn't mean you have to wait until your birthday to see the rewards, but it is about spending that time right now going, where do I see myself on my birthday? What am I doing? Am I on a vacation? Am I relaxing? Or am I overcommitted with too many projects? So start thinking about that now, Libra. There might be some things you need to release with this full moon so that you are in a place of harmony and peace for your birthday season. Really powerful there. For your relationships, Libra, we have chemistry. We're getting so many similar cards. And this just proves the way that I just got angel bumps again, big time. And it's 10:55 at the time I'm recording this. It's going to be important that you focus on the relationships where there's chemistry, okay? So not just romantic, right? You think of like the on-screen duo that has chemistry on camera, like that kind of thing. You're going to want relationships like that in your life, and you're going to want to release the ones that, let's face it, they're boring. They've lost their chemistry. There's no flame there anymore. And I am getting for Libras, this is mostly business relationships that they're talking about, not necessarily romantic. Most people are really good at picking up on whether there's chemistry in a romantic relationship. But what about chemistry with other types of relationships, And if you're feeling bored with a collaboration, with a project, with something you're doing, your relationship to something, it's time for a change and it's time to release that. So you're going to want to focus on the things that bring chemistry. And since Libras do have so many opportunities, we all do, but so many coming through the door for Libras, that's going to be a big way that you decipher, do I take this opportunity or that one or that one? Look for that chemistry there, okay? You want to feel excited. You want to feel passionate about whatever it is that you have a relationship to, okay? All right, moving on to Scorpios. Scorpios, this is happening in your 9th house. Let me put your icon on. I have everything all spread out so that I have room on my desk. So Scorpios, like I said, this is happening in your, what did I just say? Yeah, 9th house. So this is long distance travel. This is your spiritual beliefs. This is religion. This is learning, academia. So really important stuff coming through here for the Scorpios. Let's see what we have about your health and fitness. Increased energy. Okay. So there's something you need to research and learn more about that's going to increase your energy, Scorpios. If you're not feeling motivated to get out of that chair and get outside and do something, then you're going to want to do some research. Consult your healthcare provider, learn something, get excited about something that's going to help you increase your energy. You know, maybe it is starting a new exercise routine that makes you excited about getting out of bed. We can get exercise in so many ways. So if you're really bored with your current health routine, what could you do to increase your energy? This could be taking a look, maybe consulting a nutritionist about what you're eating, and maybe you could be learning new recipes, learning new methods of cooking that increase your energy. But again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, but listen to your intuition there, because you're going to be asked to really focus on increasing your energy with this full moon. So anything you're doing that is life negating, maybe going to bed too late at night, maybe not eating things that are life affirming or consuming things, these are things you're going to want to consider releasing with this full moon. For your career and finance or legacy, whatever you're focused on, you're going to be seeing a lot going on this winter. You're going to see the answers to your prayers coming through. What have you been focusing on, Scorpios? What have you been really wanting to call in? This is coming for you right now. So you're being asked to be open and aware to the opportunities coming through for you. Again, check out my 2025 angel messages if you haven't already, because you guys are being asked to get into the sunlight. You guys like your cozy, gray, rainy days a little too much sometimes. The world doesn't get to see you. So get out there on that wide world stage. Show the world your skills and your amazing light, because you're being asked to do that right now at the time you're hearing these messages. All right, that's really going to benefit you for your career and finance. Now we're going to move into relationships for Scorpio. For Scorpios, this is going to be all about passion, and you know all about passion, Scorpios. When you get passionate about something, you are committed. So you're going to want to focus on the relationships that you feel passionate about. Allow your heart to sing with joy. See, this is the thing. Scorpios, if you're in a relationship or you have a relationship to something that you're in because you committed, not because you're passionate, that's going to need to be what's released. Because Scorpios are so loyal, you might have not realized you're just not that excited about it anymore. And this is not just people, okay? This could be a relationship to a daily routine. Like I said, this is happening in your 9th house. Do you not feel passionate about your current spiritual practice? Do you need to go learn something new, take it to the next level? Are you over and done with traditional beliefs and you need to learn more so that you can go to the next level? But you want to really focus on your relationship to things that you feel passionate about and release those relationships where the passion is just not there anymore. That's going to really benefit you, Scorpios. Moving on to the Capricorns. Now, again, this is a big full moon for you as well. Oh, no, we can't skip Sagittarius. Sorry, Sagittarius. We're not going to skip you. Never. Sagittarius, this is happening in your 8th house of other people's resources, intimacy, sex, going deep, okay? So Sagittariuses, you're going to be really thinking about eighth house things as we go through these messages, and we have. Ooh, this does not surprise me at all, giving a lot of the amazing Sages I have in my life. For health and fitness, they're saying, easy does it. Take it slow. We just got through your busy birthday season. You guys, you're always going. And it's time to slow down. Take it easy. Your body is telling you to go easy, and not just with this full moon, but this entire year. You've got to start releasing things from your schedule that don't allow you enough time to rest. So easy does it with this full moon in particular. Take a look at your calendar over this next few weeks. Where can you take things off your calendar and slow down? Okay, sending love to you. You know, the Sagittarius in my life, you know who you are. I love you. Easy does it. Okay, I love that. For career and finance, Sagittarius, we have, I'm loving this one. All right, this is a very specific message for Sagittarius about going on a trip, taking a holiday, getting a new perspective. I was just talking to a good friend of mine about the difference between a trip and a vacation the other day. And, you know, Sagittarius, whatever you have coming up, make sure you're planning downtime. Make it a holiday. Make it a vacation. Make it something where you're just lounging around. This is something you really need. If you feel inspired to get up and go explore something, sure, but make sure you're not forced to do it. Don't pack your itinerary. Don't make it so jam-packed that you don't really get to enjoy. So this is going to give you a new perspective for your career and finances. In fact, I'm getting for some of you are going to be traveling, and it's going to make you realize how much you want to change things with your current work and life balance. Okay, so that's going to be really positive for you. If you're not looking for guidance around career and finance, it could just be that it's time to go ahead and plan that trip, Sag. If you're in your golden years, start planning your vacays. And for your relationships, Sages, we have love yourself first. Okay, so we have this 8th house of other people's resources here, intimacy. You know, it says your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Yeah, I think that the key here is to make sure you're not looking outside yourself for validation. If you are, you know, finding things that are challenging in a relationship regarding other people's resources, you do want to look to see if you are feeling worthy yourself here. And I'm getting for a lot of Sages, this just may mean, it may mean that maybe others are wanting to support you and you feel like you've got to do it all yourself. And for others, it could be that you're feeling like you need to support someone else, but you still need to take that time to rest and go easy so that you can be there for others. So this is really still kind of going back to this very first card that you had, Sages, about easy does it, okay? Easy does it. Love yourself first. This is going to benefit all of your relationships, but especially your intimate ones. So make sure you're loving yourself first, Sages. All right, I love that. So this full moon, take it easy. All of us should be doing that, really. All right, Capricorns, that's where we were going. Capricorns, this is a huge full moon for you. Of course, it's in your 7th house of long-term relationships, marriage, contracts, even business contracts, starting a new business. Are you thinking of starting a new business? I mean, like I said, my angel communication course starts with this full moon. I'm a Capricorn rising, right? And it's a long-term commitment. It's 7 weeks of content and classes and just really getting to connect with you all. So I'm super excited. It definitely applies to me. And I didn't plan it that way. That was just when I could do it. But I know my spiritual team was making that possible. For Capricorns with health and fitness, it might really benefit you to consult a nutritionist to help with anything you have going on. Again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a healthcare provider, But because I am a Capricorn rising, I'll share with you what comes up for me. I've been working with a homeopath for a little over a year, and I actually do have an appointment right after this full moon to update my regimen, and I'm looking forward to it because it's been really helping me, and I'm hoping I'm ready to move off of some of the remedies so I can just make things a little easier. But I know that that's what it's reminding me is, hey, don't let that appointment pass you by. But for all of you out there, this could even just be you checking in with your current diets. Maybe we got a little lackadaisical over the holidays, and it's time to get back on track with our eating habits. All that. So you'll know what that is for you. But consulting a nutritionist could mean many things. It's more about how are you feeling, and that's going to help you when you do things to improve that, benefit your health and fitness, right? Of course it does for all of us. Now for career and finance, Capricorns, we have, wow, your wish is granted. What you've asked for is coming true. All right, what was your birthday wish, Capricorns? I hope you all made a birthday wish. It's still Capricorn season, so if you haven't made a wish, make it now. And your wish is going to be granted when it comes to your career, your finances, your goals. I want to just address again, if you're retired or maybe you're a student, this still has to do with legacy, your purpose, your life purpose. We all have many life purposes. What have you been wishing for? What a beautiful card to get for your birthday season, for the full moon in your birthday season, Capricorns. I love that. And moving on to your relationships for Capricorns. Again, this is in your 7th house of long-term relationships. We have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying the moment fully. So this is your time to get out there and celebrate your birthday big time. Go enjoy the romance of life. Stop and smell the roses. And this is going to benefit all of your relationships. You can law of attract the relationships you want in your life by just being in the moment fully. And Capricorns, you are so good at planning and thinking about the future. But now that Pluto's gone through your sign and you're done with that, it's been transforming everything for you, and it's time to spend more time on focusing on what you're attracted to instead of what you think the future should hold. That's going to actually be what brings in the ideal future. So this is a really, really great card. And again, you're going to want to focus on similar to, now I don't remember who was the one that got the chemistry card, Libras. Similar, okay? Business relationships, you want to feel attracted to doing that, having that business relationship with that person. Like I said, it doesn't just have to be romantic, but if your heart's not leaping at the chance to do it, that's a red flag. So don't overcommit yourself either, Capricorns. And you're going to have a lot of opportunities coming in too. Be careful with which ones you say yes to. Be very careful not to overcommit, because this is a really powerful time, and you're going to want to use this full moon to release the things that are keeping you from doing the things you're attracted to. Okay, so take a look at that daily schedule too. But this is really powerful. This could even be, releasing a long-term contract with a gym or with a maybe you're going to sell your home and finally get rid of those expensive HOA dues. There's all kinds of things that this could mean, but follow your attraction there, and that's going to really benefit all of your relationships, Capricorn. I love that. Aquarians. Let's put your little symbol on here. All right, Aquarians. This is happening in your 6th house of daily work, routine, animals, health and fitness. Aquarians, this is going to be interesting. This is a really powerful full moon for you starting at the beginning of this year, and we're going to be going into your birthday season soon. And, actually, the other thing that was kind of planned and not planned about me releasing this angel communication course is our first call together, our first Zoom for the angel communication course is on the 21st when the sun goes into Aquarius. So that I did plan that intentionally. I knew I wanted to at least be in progress with the class by Aquarius season, because we have Pluto in Aquarius. So much has been changing for you. And I know that energy is going to benefit everybody when it comes to taking things to the next level. But Aquarians, you're ready for a big, big shift in your life. Of course, the sun is currently in your 12th house. So you're having to really go deep right now. You're having to really check in with your intuition about what do you really want, Aquarians. So this full moon, you might find yourself releasing a lot of things that you've been holding on to for way too long. So let's see what the guidance we have is for you for health and fitness. Ooh, ask your body for a message. Now, this is something that Aquarians often forget to do, and that's because you're so good at going to other realms. You're so good at going to that 30,000 foot perspective that the angels have. You often forget to come down to earth, ground yourself, and listen to your body. So I'm getting that for a lot of you, this may mean you need to add more walks into your daily routine, really do grounding things. Maybe consider trying one of those grounding mats. See how the Aquarius sign is up and down, up and down. I always think of, Winnie the Pooh character Tigger, bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. I have met Aquarians where it feels that way. They're so lovable. They're so cuddly and sweet. They're so loving, but they're going, going, going. And 1 minute they're next to you, and the next minute they're bouncing off to the next thing. And you need more time to ground yourself and listen to your body. So your body is actually going to give you a lot of guidance that dealing with these daily routines. So specifically for health and fitness in your daily work routine, I believe your body is telling you something needs to change in your daily work routine, your daily health and fitness plan, and that's going to really benefit you. It is the beginning of a new year. Maybe it's time to make a new plan for your daily routine. So what can you release out of your daily routine to make more room for your physical body to give you the messages you need? Moving into career and finance for Aquarians, dietary change. Now, this is fascinating getting this card for your 6th house for career and finance, okay? So when I see this card for Aquarians, I see what are you consuming and what are you putting out there. There is a need to change something you are doing, again, with your daily work. You're consuming something that's affecting your health, and you are creating something, or you're spending energy on something that is not benefiting you. So are you feeling drained at the end of your workday? Are you feeling drained at the end of your workout routine? Something needs to change here. Not a doctor. Maybe consider changing healthcare providers or consulting a nutritionist. But I'm getting there's something that you're doing right now that is taking way too much of your energy. And there's something you're consuming right now that is not life affirming. I'm not just talking about food and beverages. I'm saying, like, are you consuming too much of the news cycle? Are you consuming too much drama from people around you? We need to change that diet that you're consuming there. And that's going to really benefit you with your career and finance, because you've got some big stuff coming up for you, Aquarians. So go ahead and get in alignment now. So when your birthday season hits, you're ready to just hit the ground running, right? Speaking of grounding. All right, relationships, Aquarians, we have give your relationship a chance. Ooh, I got major angel bumps for this one too. For those of you in romantic partnerships, you lots of angel bumps. Some of you listening are here for that. You are needing to really go deep with your relationships. It's time to take something to the next level with intimacy. I don't know if this is you going from dating to getting engaged, going from being engaged to getting married. Maybe this is as simple as really focusing on your relationship as a priority. Maybe you've been giving too much time and energy to your career and finance or to other projects and other commitments. And your angels are saying, go back to your one-on-one relationships and give your relationship a chance. For those of you who are not looking for romantic partnerships, this could again be the relationship to your body, the relationship to the changes you want to make for your daily routine, since this is a 6th house. For some of you, there could be a new animal coming into your life. But for most of you, I am getting this is a romantic relationship. So work on your partnership. There has been too much going on for you guys, and give your relationship a chance. I'm feeling so many angel bumps for you guys and wishing you the best. All right, let's go on to the never least, but usually last Pisces. Always have to wait, but you're so patient and loving. Pisces, this full moon is happening in your 5th house of creative projects, romantic partners, spouses, and children. Anything you're giving birth to. This is super, super, super exciting, Pisces. So what do we have for your health and fitness? And we are going to get to your bonus messages. Thank you for all of you being so patient. I just wanted to be really thorough with this full moon because it is so, so powerful. Wow. You just get a yes, Pisces. You just get a yes. All right. So what question do you have about your health and fitness? The answer is yes. It could be, I'm getting for some of you, you're wondering if you've been a little too harsh on yourself about your health and fitness, and it's time to take it easy, relax, don't be so strict. Or is it you need to release something out of your current routine regarding health and fitness? Maybe it's time to just try something new. You've been thinking about trying something new, and the answer is yes. So can't really get more clear than that. Whatever came to mind for you first, Pisces, you're getting a really positive affirmation here. Just use your natural, super amazing intuition to know what this message means for you. Moving on to career and finance for Pisces, you have vegetarian now. Again, you don't have to be a vegetarian. Just because you saw this card, this doesn't mean that you have to be a vegetarian to have good career and finance. Again, we're talking about creative projects. So this says a new way of eating gives you more energy, greater health, clarity, and stronger manifestation abilities. What I'm getting for this card actually has nothing to do with that. What I'm getting is to remember that with this being your 5th house, creative projects, you're about to see things really bloom, really grow. So what you want to be focused on is maintaining healthy boundaries with your creative projects, okay? Because you're about to see things really, really bloom and grow. And you, again, don't want to be overcommitted. You don't want to overwork yourself. You are on the right path. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself. You are eating your veggies. You are going to bed on time. You are keeping healthy boundaries around how much time are you working versus how much time are you spending with family and playtime. In the 2025 angel messages for Pisces, there was a lot about traveling. There was a lot about getting out there in a bigger way. So check those out. But this is another yes card, that the things you're working on right now are growing and blooming as long as you have healthy boundaries around those things. I love this card for that. So that's why it's really fun. That's one of the things we're going to talk about in my angel communication class, is how to use tools but not take them so literally. That's a perfect example. Like, they're not asking you to become a vegetarian if that's not something that's for you. They're talking about something entirely different, but the imagery and all the messages come through combined for that message. So relationships for Pisces, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Okay, since this is the 5th house of romantic partners, spouses, you might need to let someone set you up on a date. You might need to let your friends help you with online dating, get your profile set up, encourage you. You might need to lean on a friend to get support and advice for getting out there again, or if you're in a relationship, taking it to the next level or solving issues around that. But let your friends help you. Ooh, my right leg, lots of tingles there. So if right calf means anything to you, Pisces, that's usually a sign of yes. This is about romantic relationships for most of Pisces. Let your friends support you. And that's your spiritual team too. Let them guide you. We had that super fun live I had with Chris Reck on Tuesday. Definitely check it out. He's a Pisces, and he was talking about how Pisces fall in love so easily. But that's why we love you too, Pisces. So maybe you do need your friends to be that filter for you, to kind of help you to take your time with new relationships and help them bounce your feelings off of them and let them reflect them back to you and see, am I jumping into this too quickly? Am I ignoring red flags? Or is it time for me to get out there in a bigger way? Let your friends help you, Pisces. I love that so, so much. So let's get to your bonus reading. I should probably put a little symbol up here that says bonus reading next time. I didn't think of that ahead of time, so I don't have a little symbol ready. But this reading is going to be for a question you have, mostly regarding the guidance you just got. But if you've had a lingering question in your mind for a while now, we're looking for a question with a yes or no answer. Like Pisces just got their yes right there, right? But there's something you've been weighing, you've been thinking about doing, and there is a yes or no answer to it. So I'm going to pull 3 cards here, and I want you to think about this yes or no question. It could be, I wonder if that guidance about relationships is about this person, or I wonder if that guidance about career is about this project, right? What's on your mind right now? What is a yes or no question that you have? And let's see what the guidance is. Ooh, we have romance. We have reconsider. We have it's up to you. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and get some clarification on these in just a minute. But first, I'm going to tell you how fantastic this reading is for a yes or no question. I've actually gotten this combination in the past. I'm going to tell you what this is basically saying. Whatever it is that you're thinking about doing, you might be a little too caught up in the romantic notions of it. Again, we were being asked at the very beginning of this spread, if you missed it, please go check out the Celtic cross we did. We were being asked to take more time to rest before we take action. So you might be a little bit too daydreamy about something, okay? And again, this doesn't have to do with the relationship. This has to do with what you're thinking about doing. Are you thinking about starting a business and you're getting so caught up in the idea of it that you haven't really gotten all the information to see, is this what my heart wants? Now, this reconsider card means that it's not a no, it's not a yes, there's a different approach, okay? You need to think through, what is my real motivation for wanting this? Do I really want this? What do I see becoming a result? Now, this up to you card is essentially your no, okay? Because when I get this card, it means that the angels are never going to tell you what to do, but there's a good chance there's a better way. There's a more efficient way. There are other people that are going to support you more. So whatever this question is that you're asking, they're asking you ultimately to reconsider. Now let's go ahead and check in with this, because of this full moon, there is something we're going to get clarity on. It's going to be revealed. That's another thing I normally harp on more, is that something will be revealed to you also that's going to help you reconsider, okay? And this up to you card is essentially saying, don't do this out of obligation. Don't do this because you know this is what you should do. Do it because your heart wants it, and maybe there's a better path. So let's ask for a couple clarification cards on actions to take, and then we will know how to handle this energy. Whoa, you cannot make this up. All right, so we've got this, we're getting caught up in romance. We had that in the Celtic cross about romanticizing the past, romanticizing things we need to reconsider. But we have this 4 of water here, okay? That means that it's time to look for new opportunities. That's that reconsider card. Don't go back to the old way of doing things. Don't go back to something that the way you've always done it. And then this 7 of water card here means you've got lots of opportunities here. You've got lots of choices. So stop thinking you have to do it the way you've always done it. Reconsider it. Do the research you need, and that will bring you the clarity. So I love this for a clarity card, because what it's essentially saying, let these next couple weeks reveal to you what it is that you need to change, reconsider, and then that will help you make that decision to move forward or to do something else entirely with whatever this question is. Now, I am also getting that this is that time for reflection and doing research. So go within over these next couple of weeks, spend time doing research, journal, and use this energy here to get clear on what you want and allow yourself to consider all the possibilities and opportunities coming for you. And of course, remember, take time every day to connect with the angels.